Hello everybody, how are we all doing? Welcome aboard to Midweek World of Trains. And just to let you guys know, before we get going folks, we are back at 1080p at 60 frames per second. So let's bring that down. This is probably a little bit too big for you guys. Yes, we are back. So yeah, tonight we're doing the live stream at 1080p, classic 1080p, 60 frames per second. We're just having a little break from the 1440p. I noticed my streams are, ever since the update from ABS the other day, there's been, my settings have been haywired like crazy, so I've been trying to figure out how to get it correct again. But anyway, welcome to the 127th edition. Thank you very much for joining me. I am the Aussie Don, and this is our Wednesday, the 17th of May 2023 TSW action. British Blue, Inner City 125, the HST. It's the greatest club scenario on the Northern Trans-Pennine. You guys voted in last night on the community vote for the Northern Trans-Pennine. And this is what we've done to it. We've downloaded a scenario from the Creators Club. Check out this one over here. How cool is that? You can see the leaking petrol and just how realistic that looks. That is so cool. Look at that one. Now that one's very impressive as well. Coming out of leagues. Planning 2. Here we go. Planning 2. Slowly. So this is a weathered British Blue 125. I had to download this particular one for this scenario. So the inner city is can't really see it that clearly, but it's there. And the British Blue. Yeah, so it's been a pretty busy day today, actually, the last 24 hours since we joined you for Choo Choo Tuesdays. We've had the release of Subway Sim Hamburg, and yeah, it's got a very controversial launch, obviously. You know what? For me, yeah, at the first couple hours, it was pretty crazy because yeah, there was a ton of issues before we got the day one patch. They finally they released it. I think what happened is Steam released it earlier than it was supposed to, and the day one patch wasn't released yet, and it was just, yeah, causing a few language barriers. I was to the point where I did do a little video to try to get around the language barrier, but by the time I was about to post it, the patch came out, so it was, yeah, I dumped it. But anyway, that's that simulator. We're going to be live with it for the first time later on tonight, by the way. First time with him, with it live. We've done a couple uploaded videos for it, but we had one premiere just before we went live tonight, actually. And we've had some Microsoft Flight Simulator action as well, and I've just posted another one up. In 24 hours from now, there will be an uploaded video premiere of my flight tour over Brisbane and Redcliffe, over in the Brisbane, and end up going up to the Moreton region up in Redcliffe, and yeah, so that uploaded video will be posted on our channel in 24 hours. So I won't be here tomorrow, folks. Our Thursday American Truck Simulator live stream will not be on this week. And at the moment, Friday might be out of the question too. I'm not too sure what's happening Friday at the moment. I can tell you, I can say yes, I can say no. But don't worry, I'm going to try to get in the studio early on Friday when I get back from... That's if I get time. But anyway, there's plenty of gameplay on our channel, even if we don't do a live stream. There's over 6,500 videos. There's over 6,000 videos, 6.2 I think it is. Over 6,200 videos of gameplay, over 5 years of content, so you can't go wrong. 3 dedicated playlists for each area of Train Sim World. We've got the Train Simulator Classic playlist. There is Trains, Railway Simulator. There's the Tram Sim, which was on PC, both Munich and the other one. And there is the new one. So SimRail, SimRail, that's right. SimRail actually just got an update, so you know what? I haven't done gameplay of that for quite a while. I might jump in next week and do some gameplay of that. Might, you know, because next week I really got to. This is one of the reasons why I've sort of concentrated on doing a lot of gameplay this week. Next week I gotta focus on finalizing my 3 big new mod releases for ATS. Huddersfield, Salisbury, Manchester, Victoria. Let's crank it up. So with Long Island Railroad, Chris, I've never been able to actually choose a paint job for any of the locos on there. So how do you go about choosing your locos? Because I've not been able to choose a paint job for them locos. The only ones I've really seen on there as well are the graffiti ones, unless you're talking about these working on Train Sim World 2, because you did say that you are playing Train Sim World 2, so I think if they work for 2, they surely work for 3. This route on the old Skybox used to be very, very dull. It was yeah. I don't know if you guys remember the old TSW back of the old Skybox, and it's like so like when you look at it now, you're like, big difference. It was like when Euro Truck Simulator, not so much with American Truck, but it was more so with Euro Truck when they changed to Skybox. Man, that was a big difference. If you've got Long Island Railroad on Train Sim World 2, Chris, you'll have it on TSW3 as well, because everything transfers over without having to pay again. Speaking of Long Island Railroad, we're actually taking a trip on there later tonight on this stream. And we've got some Brandon Moldenberg action on the cards as well. So yeah, just after our live stream of Midweek World of Trains, the train action continues with Subway Sim Hamburg. So yeah, we've got a lot of great action coming your way tonight. So we've got a couple Microsoft Flight Simulator premieres again tomorrow. I did another flight tour earlier today. I did Southwest Sydney this afternoon actually. So yeah, I did it on the real-time date and weather system too. So yeah, it was a bit of cloud around, and yeah, it's a decent amount of gameplay, but still a bit under 50 minutes. So that one will be premiering tomorrow as well. That will follow our trip on in southeast Queensland. Now, we did 3 southeast Queensland flights yesterday. I did try to bring out the other helicopter, but it's just so complicated to drive, so I've just given up on the bigger helicopter, to be honest, because it's a different cat and fish. There's definitely something going with that one. It's not doesn't want to play ball. Anyway, pretty quiet on the front of Train Sim World, actually. I'm quite surprised, actually. I thought there would be some... I thought one of those patches would surely come in this week, but yeah, nothing's doing. It'd be safe to say if nothing comes in by the end of the week, by the weekend, it's definitely going to be next week. I'll be surprised if it's not, because here we are getting closer to the next roadmap. Yeah, as the month goes on, we're getting closer. You know, they've promised everything before the roadmap. We'll see. So when's the next roadmap due? You would think it would be well, you think the next roadmap would be on the 6th of June, as I explained to you guys last night. That's when that 123rd edition of Choo Choo Tuesdays will be on. So yeah, Tuesday, it'll be Wednesday fasting in Australia. So that's when we should receive the next roadmap. And by then we should have a better understanding on where we're heading. Obviously, I wouldn't be surprised if the US stuff and German stuff gets announced then and added to the roadmap, and I think that's when you'll be probably looking at more of that being for this year's core update. What'll be June, July, August? Actually, could be not actually. Depends what category it comes under. Beautiful route. This one is set in the was it 70s or 80s? This one was set in. I think it was 80s. Or what about in late 70s, 80s? I think it was 80s. They set this in. I never used to be a real big fan of this route, because it being one of those routes that typically takes an hour or a bit more than an hour to do. So it's more always been set for doing a big stream like this one, with a couple hour stream. I've always enjoyed rolling with it. How's the stream looking, Chris? Is it looking better, or is it looking pretty much the same as last night, or is So I have toned it down back to 1080 tonight. I don't know, it's just been coming up. I've been checking my streams both for ATS and Train Sim World. I've seen how dull looking they look and they're a little blurry. I don't know, they just look blurry for some reason. I don't know why. And we had an update with ABS here last week, I think it was. It's 29.1.1, and yeah, I don't know what this update's done to it, but it's sort of smacked something out of whack. I don't know. Okay with that. Thanks for that information, by the way, with some of the information on that helicopter tour of your neck of the woods as well. Appreciate it. It's good to always have knowledge on local regions. If you're in the local region, you give us some knowledge, and you know, we get a better understanding. You know, if you're from the region where we're rolling with here on the rails, you know, where we are in the rails, you know, I've met people that are on the streams over the time period of playing Train Sim World that have lived off the routes that have been released on this game. I've met a couple that are from Hamburg. I've met people that live off the Heimstraße in that region, and others as well. You know, I've met people obviously that, you know, tons from London, of course. You know, why not? If the rumours are true about Leicester to London St Pancras coming into the game, oh my god, I'll be like, please be class 222. Class 222, please, 222. Not the 170 Turbo Star era, we want the 222, that's it. To go along with the HST. I still think they could be a smart way of doing it. Well, it's not a smart way of doing it, but you know, knowing Dovetail, if they want to cash in on it, they're probably they'll do it with another logo, and then they'll put the Class 222 as a separate, and add that as an extra DLC. You think that could be the obvious, knowing Dovetail. But Skyhawk apparently got the project, so it's up to Skyhawk if they want to do it that way. But it is a smart business decision. If you're in a business, obviously, you know, you want to make money. You know, you would think that would be a smart business decision, as long as they get it right, of course. No plans at the moment, Chris. No plans at the moment. We're our focus at the moment is we're back in New South Wales at the moment, so we're doing some helicopter tours on some stuff in New South Wales region now. So I did when I did the Sydney one the other day, I did I come out of the Mascot Airport and did the inner city. And did over the city itself, over the harbour, went into North Sydney, went up around Mossman, came back over the harbour, went over to Eastern Coast, Bondi Beach, Bondi Junction, over to Sydney Football Stadium, Sydney Cricket Ground, and then went back to the over the inner city and back to the airport. So that was sort of that area, and then this afternoon I've done the southwest Sydney. I started the trip in Bankstown Airport, went over towards Bass Hill, sort of went over the Meccano set, Villawood, Carramar, went into Fairfield, went over Canley Vale, Cabramatta, went up around my old neck of the woods around Mount Pritchard East, and also my stomping grounds where I grew up around Ashcroft, and went into Liverpool, which I grew up on, through around that region. So yeah. I flew up around there, went into Moorebank, and then went up further down into the southwest and around where I went to school at Glenfield. Went through over Macquarie Links, Macquarie Fields, Ingleburn, around that area, into Minto. Went to Raby, and most of the suburbs around the Campbelltown. Shall kill those the cam as well, folks. There you go. Yeah, I was quite surprised actually with this getting 50% of the vote last night. I thought it would be a bit closer. But you guys had the power. Only 8 of you voted last night as well. Come on, we need more than that. We want to get back to the days where we had 20, 30 votes, like how we used to have it. That was really cool. Get your swimming pool ready as well, Chris. You see what they're predicting, the forecast. Get ready for hot summer. You're with the Aussie Don, ladies and gentlemen. This is Midweek World of Trains, episode 127. Thank you very much for joining us. If you're new to our YouTube channel, welcome aboard. If you're a returning customer, welcome back to the station. Punch your ticket, click that subscribe button, and join our familiar. Can't join us live anytime. There's a full replay for you to enjoy at your own time and pleasure. Middo, yes, it is TSW 3. Yeah, this is this route's from TSW 1 though. It's the Northern Trans Pennine. But yeah, I look better than what it has back in the Train Sim 1 era, of course. It was yeah, this is the highest setting. Yes, correct, yes. Yeah, we're on a high MPC, so yeah, we go all out on it. The I'll show you how we do it, but yeah, Nadia, Kozen, yes, hello to you. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, I play with a couple of little things off, like the foliage I have on medium, because that's just like your little flowers and like trees and stuff, I take a little fair bit of those out because that does impact frame rate, so I take that out. I keep the frame rate at 65, screen percentage at 105, TAA, and all that. So everything else is ultra, effects and shadowing. Shadows can be there's nothing really different between ultra and high anyway. So technically high is the maximum level for console. So there's not that much difference between it, and I find shadowing not a major biggie especially when you're rolling down the rails. You only really want to concentrate on a good experience, even though we all know we don't get that good experience. Obviously, spiking and render lagging and frame rate is an Unreal Engine issue, and that always will be an Unreal Engine issue. Even the Unreal Engine 5 has render lagging. It's not as bad as what it 4 is, but it's definitely yes. Well, I used to play Train Sim World 2020 back on a 1060. That was 8 GB, and that was an i3 what's an i3 processor? Ryzen. That was the Ryzen 5 I used to roll it with. Yeah, it was actually not too bad actually with the Ryzen. Ryzen actually didn't agree with Train Sim World 2 though. That'll also for the live stream side of it. At launch it did. It was alright after a while. That's what I'm saying, Chris. You're gonna have to get your swimming pool ready, because they're predicting how we've had these cold, the La Nina and that. Now they're gonna bring the other one. Hot summer coming your way. Not just you, it'll be me as well. Train Sim World's mainly built for gaming PC. It's a gaming PC if you've got it on PC. It works on PlayStation 4 and 5 and Xbox. So got that as an option. Yeah, Bus Simulator 18. Yep. Yeah, that'll be in my back catalogue. We've got a playlist for it. I'm actually going to get back into Bus Simulator 21. I've seen they're going to bring trams into it. I thought, oh wow, that's very interesting. And school buses, I thought that was cool too. But when I see the trams, I like, oh wow, they're taking a big leap on that. That's never happened. Thought that was very interesting. Thought, oh, Tram Sim's gonna have some competition. Here we go. And there's another game that has a lot of render lagging. You know what, I seriously, I can't wait to see what the next decade's going to bring for gaming engines, and I can't wait for the days where we've got, big, massive memory bays and frame rate and graphic as a happy marriage, where there's no lag, it just runs smooth, and we don't have any whinging and whining and bugs, and we want that era to happen. If I had a genie in the bottle, that's what I would wish for. All games, no lag, no bugs, no issues. Back like it was back in the Sega Master System and the Mega Drive, the old school days of video gaming. Don't have to be sorry about asking questions. That's what we're here for. OMSI 2, I've been up and down about for a fair while now. I've been watching Joe play it from time to time, and talking about the British Ace, and yeah, I've seen Joe play. What's he played? The Yorkshire one all the time, and I find it to be very complicating, and it just takes a lot of setting up before you can even get up on and drive the bus. I think, you know, the only simulator bus games that I don't mind are the Fernbus Coach Simulator and the bus. They're great. I've been involved with the bus on and off since its release at alpha stage, and now we're in the final phase of beta, phase 2, and it's come a long way. So Fernbus Coach Simulator I haven't played for a fair while. I'll be honest, I haven't played the bus simulators for quite a while. I play a lot of American Truck Simulator, and I play Euro Truck Simulator too from time to time as well, but more so American Truck Simulator because I do mods for it. I do paint jobs, I do AI traffic, I do freight market, I do trucks and trailers for paint jobs. You see recently, folks, some of the paint jobs I've been doing have been out of this world. They've just been incredibly detailed, and they're taking a lot of my time up. You know, each paint job has taken more than 60 minutes to do. That, like I explained, the Bloodline one I did last night took me over 2 hours to build. Fernbus just updated. Okay. Yeah, I've seen something about it going for the PC version, going to get the Unreal Engine 5, so I was quite interested in that. I think that's where Train Sim World's leading towards as well soon, but I have a gut feeling it might not be this year. I think we'll have to wait till the 4th Train Sim World era. So I'm thinking this year will be the introduction of DX12, and I think they'll do it the same way as they're doing for Train Simulator and have it on a beta. So it will be spare metal at first, and then obviously they'll take it off the spare metal when they're satisfied. But yeah, Unreal Engine 5's definitely pretty much green lighted now. It's just a matter of when. I'm surprised the lights on the front of this train are not actually lighting up. It proves that they work on the old route. They were working through the tunnels fine on Peak Forest yesterday when I did that scenario that I built, which unfortunately had a bad ending. Anyway, we got to the end anyway, pretty much, so that was alright. Some light in here. So what do you reckon, folks? What do you reckon's the next release for Train Sim World? Would it be the Class 700/0? Very anticipated. Cannot wait for that. Hashtag bring it to the Brighton Main Line London commuter. And the end, like I explained to you guys, the only way I think it would go to Brighton Main Line is, well, the memory bay is pretty squashed already as it is, but The only way I think it would fit on it if it would substitute the 375. But also, I think it would make sense for it to be in the Loco Bundle 3, which is pretty much a given it's going to happen. Loco Bundle 3 is going to happen. Give me a second. And you thought the tunnels or the new high-speed German route were bad. This one, this is how it used to be in TSW1. Very dark and nothing else. Was that the London Underground one? I couldn't work out the controls on that thing, and I ended up getting a straight up refund. Because yeah, I couldn't work out how to do the controls. It was just frustrating. I'm like, how do you controls what? How do you get it going? I couldn't get it going. I'm quite interested in the New York one, though, the fourth one. I was watching a video today, actually. I was watching a video today on the third one, actually, just looking at the controls. And but yeah, I'm a bit interested on that New York one, though, because I've seen that it's got the old coaches, the old carriages on it. I thought, oh wow, this is pretty banged up. This is, yeah, very New York, the way the stations are, and then I thought, wow, this is very cool. Yeah, the Hamburg one's got a mixed reaction I've seen. Oh, the Hamburg one, yeah, that's the new one. Yeah, well, I've got 2 uploaded videos of it already, and I'm live streaming it just after I finish this live stream. So yeah, I did some gameplay for it already. Apparently, they're going to add the other U-Bahns at a later period. So I was looking at the map of it today, actually, the real map for it. The U1 is on Train Simulator. And I've got the I've got the U1 on Train Simulator through the Just Trains website. So yeah, that is on my list of routes I've got for Train Simulator. And I have to say, it's absolutely fantastic. It's a big route though. It takes about an hour and a half to do, a bit more. But it is absolutely incredible. So I don't think the U1 would be the next release. I'm leaning more towards the U2 being the next release. I think it makes sense for them to add the U2 next. The reason why there was bad reviews is because of the lag, and yeah, obviously, you know, people could be on a lower system. I found that I got to do what I do with this, and I got to lower a couple of the graphics and stuff. But I actually put a review on the on Steam, and I think that I did explain to them, if you think the lag is bad, you haven't played Train Sim World. So I said the spiking render lagging is not as bad as Train Sim World. I've been on Train Sim World, you know, on many routes and have had 10-second freezes. you know, and that was on Hamburg as well. That was on Hamburg Lübeck, as I was playing to you guys, and I showed you and I pinpointed the location where it was happening, and I said to you guys that the reasons why it could be happening. But as I explained to you guys the last update, a couple updates ago, fixed that issue finally, and it has been fixed in the past, and a patch always comes along and unpatches it and goes back to playing up again. So I am hoping that they've finally have squashed the bug once and for all. But yeah, I'm not getting my hopes up on it because I've had this happen before in the past. But yeah, the lag is not as bad. It's not spiked render lagging like TSW at all. So it's not as bad as a lot of people say it is. The bus was exactly the same. The same people that do the bus, TML Studios, Aerosoft. The bus was exactly the same at the alpha stage and in the Unreal Engine 4 era. It had render lagging, had spiking, it had a lot of issues. When they moved to Unreal Engine 5, oh my god, big difference. So smooth, so beautiful, incredible to drive. Absolutely fantastic. I probably, you know, a couple little spikes here and there, nothing you can really jump up and down about. It was perfect, it was great. So yeah, but at launch, oh my god, it was bad. So it's exactly like this. So give it time, it'll blend itself out. Apparently I have heard off the grapevine it is in early access. Yeah, I've seen it, and yeah, that's not really right up my alley. See, I've already got a massive schedule. You know, it's very hard to add any more simulators to the channel. But I've also got pretty much no room left on the PC, so it's yeah, it's very hard to get into it, but I've seen that, and I'm not really a big fan of it. There is an interesting game that I am looking forward to that I've seen. It's a little bit different to what we do with the simulation, but there's a game called Japanese Drift Master that it's actually called JDM. It's coming out very soon, and it's on the Japanese mountains and that, and it's got the Supras, it's got the, you know, it's all they're fake ones, but they're Supras, and you know, all the Japanese JDMs, you know, all JDMs. So yeah, it's looking absolutely fantastic, I'll tell you. It's graphics and everything, it's just unbelievable. It looks great. Yeah, 45 would be pretty tight, because the lower you get your PC memory down, the harder it is to. I find the more room you use, the PC struggles more. But yeah, when you got less, you let a little bit more than 300 on one hard drive, and you got under 200 on your SSD. So, you know, I need room to stream. I need room to put my mods in, my music, because I'm a DJ as well. So I've got a massive music file. libraries, and I'm always adding to it because that's just what I have to do for DJing. So yeah, my best mate's wedding next year, so that's got to come into consideration. All right, 1.7, we're coming closer to our next destination. This is your community vote, folks. You guys voted this one last night on our live stream poll vote for this week's midweek World of Trains community vote. It's taken a bit longer than I expected to, so OMSI2 add-ons and mods. So yeah, this is why I sort of don't really want to get into OMSI2, because I know it's got mods, and I go crazy with mods. Like, as a modder myself, I know how crazy it can get. I do AI traffic and freight market. I've just recently figured out how to skin in the right format though, so my files are not as big as what they used to be. But now they're smaller, I'm actually making those mods bigger, and I'm going to gradually make them bigger as I go along. So I'm releasing them in stages where they're smaller, and then I'll bring an update and add a couple more hundred more real companies and branding into the pack, and then another couple hundred branding and real companies and branding. I do it for both Euro Truck and American Truck, freight market, AI traffic, truck skins, trailer skins. I love it. It's awesome. The Man Truck's finally been announced for Euro Truck. You know what? I really haven't been jumping up and down about it. Only because I got my trucks I roll with, and they're mod trucks, and I love rolling with the Kenworth mod trucks, and the only SES truck I really like doing for American Truck is the W900. As you know, I'm a massive Kenworth fan, but I roll with that mod class 700 Scania for Euro Truck, so I love rolling with the 700 Scania. No, I got hard drive NSS. The SS drive wasn't, it was only 1 terabyte. The hard drive's 2, so it's tiny. Anyway, folks, let's concentrate now on the game. I'm going to get this organised, and here we are at our second station. No, you're most welcome, Mido. I appreciate talking about the simulation stuff anyway, because that's, what I'm all about. I've been in simulation ever since 1989. I started with SimCity, the original SimCity. When you're talking that that game, you're like, yeah, you know straight away. Like, yeah, Microsoft Flight Simulator was first released in 1989. And, sorry, 1989. 1982, I do apologise. That was the year I was born. So, you know, I was born the year that the first ever Microsoft Flight Simulator was released. That's a game that kills a lot of my memory as well, because that obviously I've got a ton of mods on there too. So yes, ATS and not so much ETS, but yeah, more so ATS and yeah, TSW is also getting massive now. It's almost 200 gigs. It's crazy. When you add, you know, the mods to it as well, the enhancement mods and everything, it's technically 200. Ah, yeah, that'll be crap. Yep. A game I used to love when I was a kid was Full Throttle. There was a bikey game called Full Throttle. Full Throttle. It was really good. Mist. Oh, Mist. Yeah. I remember Mist. Man, Mist was crazy. Yeah. Mist 2 wasn't as good, but Mist 1 was really good. They had the gazebo. Yeah. Wolfenstein. Oh. There's actually a game very similar to Wolfenstein out now, actually. Like Doom Wolfenstein. Yeah, there's like a modern version of it. I've seen it on the Steam page. Yeah. As soon as I was watching the video of it, and I thought, wow, this is like a new version of Wolfenstein and Doom. You know, like that. Yeah. Yeah, very similar. Oh, right. Do you think these kids these days will remember the old school arcades? Yeah. 100%. Exactly. Cameron say San Francisco, where the world is come with San Francisco. Yeah, you're the mystery one. Yeah, and there was a world version of it too. Yeah, well, there's a few versions of it. Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. That was on my Apple. Was it? Yeah, that was on my Mac. Because the Mac I had back in the days, as you know, was like $4,500 PC. Yeah. $2,000. Yeah, we got it through the school because it was a discount. We got it through the school, so that's school obviously was buying a heap of computers, so that's how we got the discount. Yeah. But back then it was very expensive for PC. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Raymond Forever. Yeah, yeah. Yep. I know the one you're talking about. No worries, you're welcome. Thanks for coming along. Chris, you still there, buddy? What's happening, Chris? Slowly getting into Manchester. I don't know. I haven't checked it. I know that Jamie's doing a pre-recording of Peak Forest for Thursday. So, yeah, he's already pre-recorded it. Yep, no worries, buddy. It's taken a fair bit longer than I thought that this would. I thought this would take about an hour and 10 minutes, but it's going to be definitely close to the hour 30 or hour 20. It's very rare that I would go back-to-back nights with the same loco for my first trip, folks, but you know what? You know I love the HST, and you know I love the fact that the HST finally has all of the capabilities of having all of the realistic British liveries on them. And I thank the guys that did the Country Link and the Inner City XPT version as well. So, yep, done the Aussie version. Thank you very much. The guy that did the Inner City, the XPT again, I did send a message the other day, and he still didn't reply to me. So I've pretty much given up hope on it, and I'm thinking, well, maybe there'll be a time when I'll feel like I want to finally do the XPT paint job myself and get it done correctly. Because you know me, I'm an artist. I will take my time and do it correct. I actually like to try to get the Starlight Foundation one up on there now. Now I've seen the Starlight Express. That would be great. Don't forget to check out our shorts of all the great train action from here in Sydney, Australia, folks. We've got lots of great shorts on our shorts area. And I posted one today of my beautiful red-nosed pit bull, again, my princess, mother of 2 litters. And she is a crazy dog. Who let the dogs out? Oh, She let the dogs out big time on her eyes on this video, folks. Check it out. Ooh, if you want to see the evil eyes on my doggy. She loves having fun, I tell you. She's a crazy dog. Got a massive scratch on my arm from her today, though. She ripped me up. Cut me open. Feel like I've had a tattoo across my arm. Oh well. didn't have a go at her or anything. You know, well, mucking around. You know, she loves to watch wrestle. So typical pitbull. I've ran out of train videos, folks, so my rail fanning, I'm planning to do some rail fanning again this Sunday. So, I won't be doing the same locations though. I'm going to see what's open up and like what's closed and stuff, and see where I can get to, and if there's any special events going on, or, you know, any, one can give me some tips and tricks, but little tips and that, or where to go, what's on and that. But I did get some good news that the Zigzag Rail is officially opening at the end of this month up in Lithgow. So that is the old steam train trip up at Zigzag Railway. So that is some fantastic news. I'm going to be booking that in for a trip. I'm hoping to get up there next month and do it. And I'm going to get some video of that on while I'm up there and post it on the channel. They certainly do, Chris, and when I seen the Starlight Express, it's up on my shorts area, the Starlight Express XPT. Yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. I got a couple of photos of it actually with the paint job on the side, and yeah, it's got this Starlight Foundation, yeah, donation thing and that. So yeah, it was quite cool. It had the years on very similar to the what the Amtrak's logo has. Look at that, folks. Phillips Stick and Sew and Heels. How cool is that? Coming up next, Brennan Oldenburg. Yeah, Brennan Oldenburg's coming up next, folks. Unfortunately, the Long Island Railroad trip we had planned is going to be our last trip now, because we're going to do a nice little short one on there. So we were going to do a big trip on there, but our time constraints are coming in now, so we've got to get Brennan Oldenburg out of the way. Here we are. Yeah, so like the Amtrak's Acela, it had the years on the front of the nose, but not on the sides like their one, but it was on the nose. So yeah, it was quite cool. I never seen this XPT before actually. I thought it was really awesome. The Starlight part was only at the front, not at the back nose. That's just a standard Country Link on the back one, with a year number on the back, but yeah, nothing fancy on the back one, just the front one. All right, here we are. Flying banana. All right, there we go with that hour and 15. That was absolutely crazy, that Creators Club one there. Let me get myself back in here. How you all doing? All right, you're with the Aussie Don. Thank you very much for joining me. Your Week 16 screenshot contest winner for Train SimWorld. Ladies and gentlemen, at Week 16, I won it this year. And Week 6 for Train Sim Classic here in 2023. So I've won both simulators contests. Week 6 for Train Sim Classic, Week 16 for Train SimWorld. All right. Let's head to Brendan Molenberg, our next trip. And we shall take the 425. Without further ado, let's do this on a nice light cloud day. Enjoy. 17 hours 04. Might be in the night time actually. That's alright. Doesn't matter. Out of here. If you think after losing both of my wisdom teeth on one side, I would be stop drinking that. I really got to stop drinking it soon, I'll tell you. There is Week 17 and Week 18 screenshot contest winners. My good friend Train Geek 08 and some other person. Just won it in the past too. RE, here we go. 1 4. All right, we're coming out of Brenham on this one. C4. Alright, simulated. Okay, done. Contest, oh, actually can't do that because it's daytime. Don't have that day. Messages, cable light, marker lights, marker lights on there. Don't need window defrosting because it's clear. Right, get that down. Okay, done. Okay, 1 minute to departure. DBBR 110, Deutschbahn. Speaking of Deutschbahn, there goes another one. It's heading up towards Munster. Okay. I think Munster might be that way. Close train. Get ready for departure. Okay. Let's get ready for some Deutschbahn action. We've got no RFB on this one. 425s don't have RFB. Don't have PZB, LZB on. I've kept it off. We're in time constraint mode now, so we're just gonna, you know, bring you as much as we possibly can in the time period we have left, which is around 45 minutes. So we've got 35 minutes. We've got plenty of time to get this one done, as well as get on the Long Island Railroad. I'm wearing my EPT shirt tonight, actually. There you go, look at that. Ew. You know me, folks, this is the train that I want the most out in TSW. I love it. And the only way we get is West Coast Mainline membership. West Coast Mainline, let's get it in there. Let's get the APT, that's what I want. Check out the sculptures area, folks. There is a couple of render lag spikes just here. We'll show you the frame rate, and then you can let's get my camera off there. You can see it now. There you can see there's one, and then there's another one just around here. Should be any second now. There it is. That first one's worse though. I'll explain to you guys the reasons why it happens. They've got to squash it like they've done the same with the Hamburg one. And obviously there is a patch coming, so hopefully that is a part of the patch. By the way, people that have been playing Hamburg, Subway Sim Hamburg, if you've been wondering how to remove that clock where, you know, where it says the up on the top right hand corner there where you got the 1 kilometer thing that's counting down, there's a time clock on that particular simulator. If you're wondering how to get rid of it, just press the G button on your keyboard and it gets rid of it. I actually asked somebody today about it, but yeah, I already figured it out before they've answered me. So if they do answer me, I'll say, no, it's all right. I figured it out earlier today. But thanks for your reply. I appreciate it. That's what I'll say. You know, I won't be rude. You know, I'll say, yeah, I figured it out. Excuse me, sir. Can you tell me the time? Time is for you to get real. What? Time for you to get real? What the hell? Domain noise. First up, domain noise. So what do you reckon, folks? Class 700 is going to be the next release, or do you think it'll be the gossip line? Or do you think they might pop something out of the blue like the loco bundles they've done? Maybe the third one will just pop out of the blue like the last couple. I wouldn't be surprised. I still think it'll be after the Class 700, but, you know, who knows. Surely there'd be something little, something like that you think after the core update. You know, something little. Not be surprised whatsoever. I'm just surprised they haven't announced that other BNSF route. I'm shocked that they haven't. Thought there'd be something up there by now. Coming into our first stop. Slam the brakes on? Is it too much? We're on the platform. And hundreds of thousands of passengers are coming out, of course, as always, on the first station where you land at. Hugh is next. Kill those webcams for you. There you go. All right. All right, there we go with our trip on the Brendan Mollenberg. Very nice. All right, let's have a look at the result. And it's a gold medal, of course. All right. You're on Midweek World of Trains, episode 127, coming to you live and direct from our studios in Sydney, Australia. I am the Aussie Don. And we will be back again next Wednesday for our 128th edition. And don't forget, Choo Choo Tuesday is also back next Tuesday. All right, so we have one more to come here today. One more. Long Island Railroad. M3. 6 car. 9 minutes. Too easy. Enjoy. Here we go. Week 17 and 18 screenshot winners. Week 17 was the one on the bottom. Week 18 on the top. On the side is the brand new route. Gets it just in time. Awesome. Skills. Should be more confident on this one. I have been playing the Long Island Railroad since TSW 1. The original Northeast Corridor was back on them days too. Went over the Hell's Gate Bridge. The CSXs were on there too. Here we are at Penn Station. Attention customers, we're here at Penn Station. Train will be terminating here at Penn Station. All depart or off board. Please leave the train. Make sure you have your belongings with you at all times. We thank you very much for choosing MTA. You're not normally allowed to use the horn in the tunnel unless you get some idiot that almost goes onto the train tracks like that. There we go. Fantastic. All right. Let me bring myself back in here. All right. Before we leave, folks, let's go and have a look at the Dovetail forums because we've still got a bit of time here. Yeah, we've got at least 10 minutes, actually. We actually probably got time to do another one if we wanted to. Right. Let's go to the forums anyway, see if anything's coming up, popping up. Seeing if anything's interesting. Most likes means instant winner in the weekly screenshot contest. Well, duh. Okay. Dovetail has answered the question, actually. Here we go. All right, let's have a look at this. Actually, this is going to be quite hilarious to actually get ahead of. Now, on the Train Simulator Classic side of things, and this is also related to Train Sim World 2 as well, because Train Sim World 2 1, Train Sim World I should say in January, and Train Simulator in January. This is a genuine question and something I should ask. And I have to say to you guys that this is absolutely hilarious. I'm looking at this right now on the forums on my screen. Now, the live chat is still there, so you can get involved in this one as well if you like. Now, somebody says it's not based on likes. Well, hello. If you've been really paying attention to the forums over the last since the start of 2023, you would note that every single winner except for 1 week has been the winner with the most likes. So don't give me that crap. Right. I feel like replying to that, but I'm not going to. All right, so Union Pacific fan has come up with the questions. All right. Most likes means instant winner of the weekly screenshot contest. Yes. I have to say yes. Or how is the weekly contest picked? KTL underscore Rob Powell claims that it's not based on likes, but picked individually, but picked internally at Dovetail. Now, that is incorrect. If you look at the screenshot contest winners for every single week, including the week I won it, including the week I won the Train Simulator Classic one in week 6 for 2023, I had the most likes for my Hell's Gate Bridge. The theme was landscapes, landmarks. That was the theme. All right, landmarks was the theme. I did the photo of me with the ATC 64 Amtrak going over the Hell's Gate Bridge, and in the backdrop was the New York City skyline and another one of the other bridges of New York. So that was hands down gonna win it. Most likes, it won. I won with 16 likes on Train Sim World 3 on week 16 of the screenshot contest. I won with 16 likes. 16 likes. Most likes out of anybody else on that week. Who won? Me. The Train Sim World contest. And it was the first time I won it. And I've been trying for quite a long time. The winner of week 17 had the most likes. The week 18 also had the most likes. Previous weeks have also had the most likes. Only one week, I do believe, this year for both Train Simulator and Train Simulator on the same week was the winner with not having the most likes. And that is very rare. So it's very... But Reef has replied, by Jamie looking at the likes, you mean? And KTL says, Rob Power says, that isn't what I said. Please do not put words in my mouth. Iron Bladder actually says, recently it seems to me that a number of likes has played a big part in the judging. Correct. And there is evidence like farming. And there's evidence of like farming. Have a look at Craig C's post at the end of last week's competition. Thank you very much. Great Picks gets more likes and Great Picks gets better odds of victory. Two separate branches of the tree. Just play for fun. Don't worry about it. That's this stuff happens. Now, Jamie has replied to this and has explained, and this was earlier today. This was actually replied earlier today. Depends on the screenshot itself. Recently have been picked of the most likes, but always look at others to see what is best. And also there is a tie. We'll select my favorite. We also take in consideration of who has won recently as well. So if someone who has won in the month in the last month, then we'll more likely not pick them. So that means I wouldn't have gone back-to-back weeks if I had the most likes. So maybe you should have voted for me. Maybe you should have put the likes on me last week, folks, on my Train Sim World post photo. And you would have seen that not the winners come for the most likes. So there you go. Maybe you should do something like that next. Like, give it a couple more weeks, folks, and I'll be on there again. Give it a big like, because the likes always win. Now this has probably been said, probably next week's winner won't come with the most likes. I'm going to put a post. I'll go, even after winning week 6 this year for TSC and had most likes for that week, and same for week 16 for TSW free with most likes. With 16 likes, I still feel it's time to bring in a new format on the way the screenshot contest is one, and I think it should come down to panel could come down to a team at Dovetail, not most likes. As an OG, I have found it more to be the case on winning percentage for the contest. Also, I think it's time to also not just add screenshot as the winning prize, but give the winner a special livery or something, or maybe a discount code on the next DLC. That'd be cool. I think a lot of people would agree with me on that one. A discount code on the next DLC would be great for the winning the screenshot contest. I think that'll get more people involved. I think a lot of people will be like, yes, all right, now I'm going in. All right, so yeah, I've written on this post, even though I've won both screenshot contests, but I think it is fair. I think it's time for a change, folks. And I've been talking to you guys about this for weeks, even before I even won it. I said, I wrote on there, on this particular post, even after winning week 6 this year on TSC and had most likes for that week, and the same for week 16 TSW3 with 16 likes, I still feel it's time to bring in a new format on the way the screenshot contest is won. I think it should come down to a team at Dovetail, not most likes. As an OG, I have found more of it to be the case of winning percentage for the contest. And I also think it's time to also add just not just screenshots as a winning prize, but the winner gets a special livery or maybe a discount code on the next DLC. And I think that's true. I really think that'll encourage people, and I think it's a good idea. I think the discount code is a good idea. You know, not just reward the player for winning the screenshot contest, but I think it should come down to a panel at Dovetail, you know, where their majority, got to agree on the winner. I think makes sense. Not just, continue to make the winner come from most likes on screenshot contest. I think that's just plain and boring and old now, and I think it's time to reward the players for winning it, not just giving them the screenshot on there, which doesn't take the whole screen up on Train SimWorld now. It does on Train Simulator still, but it doesn't on Train SimWorld. So how long is it going to take for them to change it on Train Simulator as well? That's the question, because they've already done it for Train SimWorld too. And I think it's technically a waste of time now seeing just a little tiny screen where it used to before be the whole screen. So yeah, I think it is time to reward the players with a little special reward, maybe a special livery that Dovetail does for screenshot contest winner, or just a special livery for a logo, and obviously it'll be selectable for any logo that's Creators Club. And I think that the discount code would be quite awesome too. I think 10% discount code would be great. especially be a great reward for the console players, because obviously console players don't get 10% discounts, where Steam players 9 times out of 10 do before release, and we obviously get the choice to pre-order it too. So I think 10% discount would be fantastic for the players when it releases for console, where they can use a code. So yeah, and obviously if the code doesn't work, they just get in contact with Dovetail. But anyway, just suggestions. As you know, I'm all about suggestions and improvements, and as you know, I've always talked about improvements and, you know, whinged and whined and talked about different things and suggestions along the way and my ideas for the game. So that's what it's all about, being involved in the community, and that's why I encourage you to like and subscribe to Australia Worldwide Gaming. Turn that notification bell on. Join us on live chat sometime, just like Mido tonight. Thank you very much for your comments. I appreciate that talk, and also Chris coming along once again and enjoying the action here on Train Sim World. We don't just play the game, we talk about the game as well. We go to the forums, we check it out, we see something that's worth talking about, we will. So we had this little time here at the end tonight to do this, and yeah, it's been great talking about that particular thing. Nothing really else coming through, I don't think. There's nothing. I did explain to you guys there is the scenario pack coming for the old school Boston route. Nothing else has been announced for Train Sim World or Train Simulator. Nope, nothing really fancy going on there. Some, yeah, more screenshot contests, yeah, stuff going on there. Really, yeah, over that at the moment. So yeah, I've won in the last month anyway, so I'm quite satisfied. So anyway, thank you for watching. We'll see you again on Choo Choo Tuesdays next Tuesday, and Midweek World of Trains next Wednesday, live from 8 PM in the East Coast of Australia, 7:30 PM South Australia and Northern Territory, 6 PM Western Australia, 11 AM British Summertime, 12 PM Germany, 6 AM Boston, 3 AM Los Angeles, 3:30 PM India, 5 PM in Indonesia. We'll see you then for the next Train Sim World 2-hour live streaming extravaganzas here at Australia's home of Train Sim World, Australia Worldwide Gaming and Entertainment. It's bye-bye for now. We'll see you soon for our next live stream, which is some more train action with Subway Sim Hamburg.